Guys, so I just removed the gauge cluster out of my car. Wasn't too bad. I don't know how it's going to be getting it back in. It was kind of a tight squeeze getting it out because I didn't drop the steering column or anything. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a Clorox wipe, clean it all up, and get the dust off of it, make sure it's all clean. And then I'm going to go ahead and replace all of the bulbs in the gauge cluster with new LEDs and see how it looks. I'll show you the install and after it's all done. I got the new gauges, or the gauge pod back in. Wasn't too bad. I didn't have to drop the steering column. You just got to put it in with the gauges facing down and then slide it back. And then you got to kind of push it down in order to get the gauge cluster back underneath this lip. It's really not that bad though. I thought it was going to be worse. And then actually unhooking the speedometer cable wasn't as bad as I thought. I know a lot of people were having troubles with it, but literally all I did was I stuck my hand back here until I could actually find, or I could feel the cable where it's connected. And basically all I did was push on it and the clip came undone, unhooked. And then when I put the gauge cluster back in, I made sure it was all lined up, pushed in all the way. And then I went back there and I just pushed the cable and it hooked right up. So maybe I just got lucky, maybe, I don't know. But it wasn't too bad. But I got all the new LEDs installed. I'm about to check to see if it works all right. I got to get the bottom nuts mounted in, make sure everything's held in so all the wires are making contact. But we'll see how it goes from there. Alright guys, so I got it all installed. Some of the lights are working, some of them are not. Basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the gauge cluster back out and just see if flipping the LEDs around will make it work. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Alright guys, so I got it reinstalled again after taking it all out and flipping the bulbs that did not work, which was actually quite a few of them. There was this bottom one, this one right here, both blinkers, I believe these two top bulbs, and this one down here. And I flipped them and let's see how it did. Alright, so all bulbs are lighting up. Let's check the blinkers. Left blinker works. Right blinker works. I think the only bulb that we're not getting to work is the light for the emergency brake, which isn't a big deal. I mean, I can switch that back out to a normal light because I kept all the bottom lights original except for the emergency brake. But I'll just go ahead and swap that back and it should be fine. And it looks like I didn't just get lucky reinstalling the gauge. It's actually pretty simple if you know what you're looking for. Basically, when you're down here, you just got to reach your hand up in here and kind of guess where the back of the gauge would be. And you're going to feel this metal attachment on this cable. And basically right on it there's a clip that you basically just touch and the cable comes undone. And then when you're reinstalling it, all you're going to do is hold the cable back there in between your two fingers, because that's all you can really get up there. Just hold it and then push the gauge into place and it should click right back in. But it was pretty simple. Looks better. I'm going to take the actual cover and the metal bracket upstairs and clean them up because I already cleaned up all the gauges and everything, and I want this plastic to look a little nicer, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up. But besides that, that's it for switching out your gauge lights to LEDs. So I hope I helped somebody. I know I didn't really show the disassemble or assemble, but it's pretty simple. I mean, just any bolt that you see attached to the dash holding the gauge cluster, just take it off. I mean, it's self-explanatory. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like. It's pretty simple, so hope you guys have a good day. Guys, now that I've cleaned up everything, got this cleaned up, got the metal piece cleaned up, and this is what that light actually reflects off of, which is also another reason why our lights aren't bright in the first place. But I know other people have done this, and I'm going to do it as well. You can either paint this with a like a silver, or what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use aluminum foil and put as much of it covering the back of this as possible using some 3M tape that I'll cut down to size. Make sure it looks clean, and then mount it in there, and it'll reflect the light a lot better, so your dash will be a lot brighter. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start on this. I'll show you guys once I'm done. So how I'm going to do this, I'm just going to take the aluminum foil, lay it down, take a marker, draw out all the gauges, cut that out with scissors, and then it'll look cleaner once I get it mounted to the back. Alright guys, there I have about half of it cut out, or marked up. I'm going to cut it and then trim it down from size to size from there, but should look pretty good once I get it done. Alright guys, here's half of it cut out. Should almost line up. Since I traced it, it's going to be the same size, if not a little bit bigger than what this actual metal piece is, so I'll have to trim it down or fold it over, but it should be just fine. Basically, it's just going to be putting it into place. So there you have it. I'll trim it down, and I'll put it in with some 3M tape and push it in, and it should be good to go. Alright guys, so here it is. I got the aluminum foil mounted. It's just taped on. Pretty nice. Should add a little bit more reflection, but I'm going to go down and install it now. It's getting pretty dark, but it shouldn't be too bad. I'll let you guys know how it turns out. Alright guys, so I got the instrument panel bezel and everything remounted. We're going to take a look and see how it looks. So it's quite a difference from the old lights. The white looks so much better. Let's see, make sure the blinkers and everything work. 1 second. Everything seems to be working fine. Turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. If anybody has any questions, just go ahead and leave a comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So here I've added some photos of what the dash looked like before compared to after I did all the LEDs in the dash. It's quite a big difference. It's a lot brighter, much wider. It's a lot cleaner if you ask me. If you guys have any questions, just go ahead and shoot me a comment. Thanks.